guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Queen, as you all know, and if you don't know, I'm Queen. My name is Queen Adewale, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be discussing something very, very interesting, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it because it's about Nigeria and Nigerians. Blah blah. All right, so let's get right to the video so you can come along. Yeah, so as I said earlier, today we are going to be discussing Nigerian election, the pre and the post. Like before the election, the atmosphere, the way the citizens were happy about, the way the youths, they actually made it seem like they were the one coming for the election. And after, the way they are right now, I know most of us are actually depressed. All right, so today I'm not be doing this alone. I'm here with one of my very, very good friends. And the political associate, actually not in Nigeria yet, or not a secular politician yet, but at least in school is our Right Honorable, and his name is Emmanuel Onogboria. Sorry, Right Honorable Emmanuel Onogboria. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, good day everyone, and I'm happy to be here actually.
Yeah, how you doing?
Well, I'm getting better, my mood is getting better. Although we all know the situation of things right now, but we just have to find where to be happy from.
Okay.
We're Nigerians, we've always been able to pull out inspiration. So
yeah, that's one thing Nigerians are always known for. See, there's not actually a situation that Nigerians will not catch cruise for. If you've been online, if you have seen the memes, if you have seen the videos, if you have seen all the old voice, Jesus, I beg, I don't even want to go deep into that yet. All right, sir. So today we're going to be discussing about Nigerian election. I'm very sure me and you have had this conversation before that Peter Obi this, Tinubu this, Bala Blue, Con, blah blah blah. And I think now is actually the best time for us to actually have a deeper conversation about it, because now we have seen the results, we've seen the preparations that we had, and now we've seen the result. And I don't think it actually sits well with all of us, or should I just say majority of us. So
it would not seem well because there was a hype, and there is still a hype, dare I say, because people actually went out in mass to register for their voters card. They went out in mass to pick up their voters card. And then for me, I do not actually trust INEC data because of the various discrepancies we had on election day and on collation. But I would say that there was no apathy, or the level of apathy from people was very, very reduced. We had people who have had cards for like 8 years. They used it for the first time. First time voters were plenty. So it's actually a plus on our part that we actually took a civic responsibility to express our civic franchise.
And this time, like the most surprising thing about this election is that this is actually the first election where I think we've had more youths actually come out. And what that tells us is that Nigerians, or per se the youth, which are like the masses in Nigeria, we've gotten to a point where we are disturbed and we are tired of bad governance. And then we saw hope. I think for the youths, Peter Obi was like more of a hope for us, because we saw his intellectual capacity, we saw how composed he was, we saw his accountability being the governor of Anambra State, and I think that was actually what gave us more conviction in him. Or what do you think most of the youth actually saw in him that brought their minds for him?
Well, for the politicians, the political elites, the people holding various positions, I've heard them say that Peter Obi, he bought into the NSAS vibe or something.
Okay.
But I would say to a level, it's actually because of the man and not because of the youth. Because there are many politicians in Nigeria that would have tried to ride on the wave of NSAS and on the youth. But actually, they saw that, okay, this man, he said things differently, and he's go and verify the motto, and then whatever they employ and they check, see that, okay, this man is probably not as corrupt, this man inspires hope, this man is principled, and this man is a natural born leader from the things we can see from him.
Yes, very true.
So we cannot just say he rode on the wave. he rode on the wave, yes, but it's because of also the man he is.
Yeah.
Atiku Abubakar was also trying to ride the wave.
Yeah, but then he couldn't, because I think he did not possess that capacity that Peter Obi actually possessed. And looking at Tinubu, see, I'm not supposed to be laughing right now, but then I can't help. From all the times that he was bringing up those videos, those speeches that were actually turning into memes, like, he just kept that consistency of bringing up stuff that made the youths laugh a lot. And that was not what we needed at that time. Sure, as Nigerians, we were catching the cruise, we were, feeling the whole stuff and, making mockery of him and all. But at that point, that was not what we needed as Nigerians or as youth that we are. Another thing I wanted to say is that is this concerning Peter Obi and then riding on a wave or this or that. I feel like most of us did not even notice that Peter Obi was trying to ride on that wave. What was very obvious about Peter Obi was his intellectual capacity, his achievements from past times. You understand, like when he was governor of Anambra State, I think, and the way he was able to speak the mind of the youth. You can't compare somebody that is trying to tell us that we have a future, we have a capacity that we can actually expand and do better things for ourselves, and somebody that is saying that is going to make like 5,000 or 50 million youth soldiers once you can cock a gun. Like, that's all keeps coming up in my head over and over again. I can't just get enough of it. Okay, so that being said, I want us to move to after the election. Oh no, before then, let's just move to during the election. Like, for me, I was in Edo State here, Ekoma, during the election, and I actually came out. And what I saw at every polling unit that was in Ekoma, Edo State, the youths were so much. And at every polling unit, Peter Obi actually won. Do you understand? The youths were excited when it fell. And then people were still outside trying to, they're trying to do they're trying to exercise their civic franchise. And that was a whole lot of hope for me. You understand? So how was the election for you?
For me, it was unprecedented, something we've never seen.
Yeah.
You could see that there were very little incidents of vote buying. In my part, I did not come across incidents of vote buying.
No, I still saw.
Okay.
With evidence, actually, they were not able to actually buy, but then they were giving people this small carbon paper. They wrote APC at the back. If you vote for APC, they will transfer 3,000 naira to blah 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 blah. Like, one person actually, like it's something like that actually happened.
For me, though, where I voted, and I visited about 5 other polling units, there were no incidents of vote buying. There were no incidents of thuggery. No, for us at Ekoma Edo State, it was a very peaceful election. And people were able to stay, vote, defend their vote, wait for their vote to be counted. And we even tried uploading the result sheets to IRF portal, even though the portal was not accepting the results. But for me, I feel like Nigerians should not feel bad about themselves. They should be proud.
Because we've done our part actually. We did our best. We did what we could.
And INEC on their own, they told us that the election will be free and fair, and they will follow the own guidelines that they have put in place.
And they actually defaulted at that 100%, because we did not expect days before election. We were seeing speeches. We are seeing INEC come out and say this is what was going to happen. We are going to employ tech this time. We are going to make sure that everything go well, blah blah blah. And it came to that day, just to upload results from different polling units was a very, very big problem. And I think that is where almost every Nigerian has issues, because if at the stand where we voted and then our votes were counted and then those stuff were uploaded, I think we'll not have issues of having disruptions between this polling unit's vote is more than this person's party stuff is more than. Do you understand? I think that Beaver stuff actually caused a lot, and that was where we saw Dino, our guy. I'm like, Ima, please talk to us about that.
For me, INEC said in the Electoral Act of 2021, is it 2021? It said that the results of the voting shall. And now, as legislators, we always take note of the language.
The command word.
Shall. And shall does not mean
will or will.
Yeah,
or
shall means it is mandatory that you should send that. And then even when we don't send even when the server was not collecting what was being uploaded, where is the moral rectitude? Where is the moral compass of society? Because we saw that people were being intimidated, compromised, bribed, beaten, killed in instances, and then just for what? For politics. And then they compromise the results and then send. It actually is very unfortunate that we still have this type of politicians within our midst 63 years after independence, which is very sad.
Like, honestly. Another thing I want us to talk about is this. To every Nigerian out there watching us, I want us to know that we've done our part, and the fact that we could come out to exercise our civic franchise actually says a lot that we are actually tired and we want the best for ourselves now. And that also drives the part that we should not be discouraged, because it's like this election thing and the fact that our candidate, the people's choice, is actually win. I think it actually cost a lot of...
The people's choice won.
Yes, but we
choice was announced. we have to get that clear.
We understand that, but right now in Nigeria, your president-elect or our president-elect is His Excellency, please.
His Excellency.
And then, do you know that this also was actually affected some other youth in other part of Nigeria, like the Ekiti people for now. Do you know that an Ekiti person cannot be free in an environment that is not his hometown right now, because they are going through a whole lot. Because the other youths believe that they were the ones that actually had more votes for APC than any other youths in Nigeria as it stands now. Like, one of my friends was like, he has never been so ashamed of being an indigenous from Ekiti as he is right now. Some of his people were actually selling their votes on credit.
So, shout out to Tofumi, one of my resource persons from Ekiti State.
Yeah.
After coming back from my polling units on Saturday, I tried calling around the country, and I called him. He told me that they were selling their votes on credit, and that certain people were writing their names on foolscap paper,
writing their account number,
and then they were waiting for somebody to transfer money for them.
Ghost money.
So, like, for me, I feel like when we do things like that, it's also an evidence of how far the country is broken.
Yeah.
Because people are suffering. Let's not say vote buying is a crime and it should not be done. But there are certain people who don't even understand how the rudiments of political processes,
rigging and all this stuff. Some people don't even know what rigging is actually. Some people see election time as a time for them to benefit from politicians. Yes. Do you know? Some people have that mentality that, okay, this is the time where I get to get a certain amount of the money I do not give when they're in power. This is the time I have, and that's the very, very wrong mentality.
It is as a result of a fake system.
Yes, very true.
Most of them do not really get the enlightenment they need because the politicians are always compromising it.
Very true.
So people selling their votes sometimes is as a result of a fake system.
I agree with you on that. Now, moving on to our stand on the position that INEC has put us in. I feel like most of us Nigerians, the youth, we are expecting a retaliation from Labour Party, especially from Peter Obi. And I think so far, the way it's seeming with the speech that Peter Obi gave, I think 2 days ago, yesterday, I think there is a likelihood for this matter to be a court case. What do you think? Will Peter Obi win? Considering the gimmicks, considering the people that are in place, considering the old policies that is even in the judiciary system in Nigeria, what do you think will be the outcome of the case in court?
Well, I am not a lawyer, neither am I a judge.
Very true.
But
we are not very
the case of what we saw over the last 1 week has been, the more you look, the more you see,
not the less you see this time.
Because all over social media, we had Labour Party agents that were giving copies of their polling units results. We have photo snaps of that. Even on the IRF portal, we have clear evidences of that.
Yeah.
I myself, I was not a party agent, but I stayed to defend my vote. And after the party agents had signed and taken their own copy, I also took my phone and I took a photograph.
All right.
Because we have to be very, very vigilant in the country such as Nigeria.
Very, very.
So if the system is not compromised, and again, we're even forgetting that INEC did not follow its own guidelines, which is enough ground for the election to be annulled. This morning, I already see 6 state high court judges have already sanctioned
the APC party. And
they sanctioned the Chief Justice of Nigeria to annul the election already this morning. 6 opposition states, that's 6 states that are controlled by PDP government. So a lot of these things are actually ground to either annul the election or reverse the result or do another proper collation of the result.
I think that's what will actually happen. But all things being equal, we pray for a better Nigeria. We pray that all things work together for good, because we actually love God. Really, it is really God that is our judge and ruling over us, because we can't actually be so confident about humans, honestly. Even the person that, whoever it is that is going to be there, it takes God and it takes the fear of God for a leader to actually lead rightly, honestly. And that being said, I want us to believe and know that exercising your civil franchise is actually the best thing you can do for yourself. It actually clears your conscience. Actually, you know that you did what you're supposed to do. Do you understand? Being a political apathy, or not being involved in politics, or not being or not exercising your political franchise doesn't make you a better Nigerian. Do we understand? So I think that being said, I want you to give Nigerians a word of hope, sir.
Well, I am a common man. I myself, in this point in time, or at this point in time rather, I need hope as well. What I can say is, if this video gets out before March 11th, Nigerians, get out to vote, make your choices for your state house of assembly, make your choices for governor. And for us, we'll be having our House of Rep election, which was postponed. So we will make our choice. I will try to motivate people, and the battle for a new Nigeria has just begun. God has ordained us to be a great country, and we shall not put our hands to the ills of society.
And the devices of the devil. All right, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, then, take care. All right, that will be all for today, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing me frequently on your screen now. And trust me, this is not the end of it. I'm expecting your comments. Please comment. If you have anything to say you want me to talk about, please do so. And if you want to come up here also and actually air your mind or your view concerning the election or any other matter, please, you're free to just drop a comment in the comment section. If you've not liked, please like this video. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It actually helps me a lot. Thank you very much. I remain your favorite girl, Queen Afalashade, aka Queen Saga. Bye. Ta-da.